Hello everybody, it's Alfred again, here to do another one of our in-class presentations. This is our final one for the Google Suite course. It's Google Chrome. We sometimes don't even get to it in the course, but I figured I'd do a little video to try to help you out, maybe get a little better with a couple of things at Chrome. So I'm going to do like we usually do. I'm going to open Google Chrome, get the instruction sheet going on one half of my computer screen, do the work on the other half. So I'm going to get to the sheet. It's at bit.ly/gchrome cl pres. As usual, I'm going to close my little document outline, or whatever they like to call it. I'm going to click the three dots, new window. I can drag one off the side, choose the other one I want there. I usually make the instructions a little bit smaller, my workspace a little bit bigger. Okay, so we're going to go on now and do things related to Google Chrome. I do mention at one point here that you might want to consider signing into Google Chrome. That could be really handy. And in fact, I believe I actually asked you to sign into Google Chrome. I'm already signed in, but we'll get to that. Okay, so like I mentioned, I'm already signed in, but we'll get to that point later in the chapter about how you sign in, and you can link your data, which is really handy to get all your data across multiple devices. So what I'm going to do now is make sure I scroll back up on my instructions here. I just wanted to make sure we talked about signing in. So overview of Google Chrome. So Google Chrome is a web browser software used to access web material. Google Chrome is available on both mobile devices and desktop computers. It's known for its ease of use and customizability. You can sign into the Google Chrome browser to share bookmarks, history, and extensions across devices. Now that depends. There's no such thing as really extensions on a cell phone, but they have extensions on different types of computers. Google Chrome doesn't come as the default browser on most PC devices, but it's easy to download and set as your default web browser on Mac, PC, or even mobile devices. Because if you have an iPhone, it comes with Safari. On Android, it does come with Google Chrome. The Chrome screen has a lot of busy things going on, but I just marked a lot of different things. You have tabs at the top, which allows you to do look at multiple websites kind of at the same time. You have the X, which closes a tab. We know about that already. We have the new tab button. We kind of know about that already. We have the back buttons, the navigation buttons, I call them here in the green. We have the address bar. They give it a special name, but you don't even need to know it, so don't care. Some people call it the URL bar, but it's the address bar of where you are on the internet. Then you have a star in the address bar. That's for bookmarks. We're going to do some bookmarks in a little bit. You have an extensions list here on the right side if you have any extensions in there. Then you have three dots on the far right, which is the menu button. And you have a Chrome Apps button when the bookmarks bar is showing. That's only when this big old bar down here is showing. And outside of that, I think I mentioned all those, except for on a Google screen, you get this shortcuts menu. Okay, so we've talked pretty much there about the Google screen. Feel free to read this more at your leisure if you'd like. Browsing websites and web pages. Basically, a lot of people use the words interchangeably, website, web page. Really, there is a differentiation between it a little bit, that a website is all the pages within one site. Like Amazon has millions of pages within its one site. But essentially speaking, we basically just kind of use the terms interchangeably. So browsing the web refers to getting to a web page and maneuvering through the website to find the information you're looking for. Some of them have menu bars, some of them just have standard links, some of them are harder to navigate than others. So a lot of it is trial and error, just figuring things out. The most fundamental way to access web information is by using the address bar. The address bar allows you to type in a known web address or keywords when searching for a web page. When typing in a web address, you cannot use spaces, and you cannot use the @ symbol, and cannot misspell words. So those are like the 3 golden rules for typing in a known web address. So a known web address is Amazon.com, AOL.com, Gmail.com. None of those get spaces, none of them get @ symbols in them. Okay? When typing in keywords for a search, because you can search in the address bar, that's when you can use the spaces. That's when you put in a symbol or two. And your spelling should be close to correct as best you can. After typing the web address or keywords, you press enter or the return key if you're on a Mac to go to the website or get a search. I always use the model. If you know the web address, drive straight to it. So in other words, if you look at a business card, you shouldn't land in search results. And I have a lot of students where I'll say, let's get to msn.com, and all of a sudden they have a big old list of search results, and I'm like, whoa, why did you get that? Because they clicked something weird in the address bar. So I'll try to get to that, but I didn't put it explicitly in the instructions. Navigating websites. All websites use links to navigate the user to information. Links are clickable items on the web page. Links can be text or images, so sometimes it's really hard to tell. Like, this is a link. This is not a link. When it turns to the pointing finger, you know, but sometimes it's a link and it doesn't even point to a pointing finger. That's where it gets a little tricky. Also, many websites use common navigation techniques like a menu at the top or on the left to help you find information within a website. Another common feature of many websites is they have their own search box. So even Amazon's sites like that have their own search box just to search their site, not the entire web. So two different creatures there, very important. We're going to go on to Grow Your Skills 8.1, the internet web, internet browsing, and navigating websites. A lot of this you may already know, but it's just kind of like practice, I think. Open Google Chrome. I'm already in it. Click in the address bar. Step 3 is type bit.ly/Alfred student site, Alfred student site, and then press enter. And you get to my website. This has lots of resources for you. I think I pointed it out to you earlier in the year. If I didn't, I didn't do my job very well. So now we're going to actually navigate the actual website. Okay. Step 4, point to classes. I said point. See, hands in the air. I didn't click anything. Then click Google Suite. Here's where you can learn more about the Google Suite class. Get to hand out some of the exercises, etc. Okay. Step 5, point to infographics. Then click Google Suite. It opens a list of links. Okay. That was step 5. Step 6, click the Google Apps description link. I made this little infographic that lists each of the main apps that you've done. I didn't put Gmail in here, but I did do some of the main apps that we've done. Step number 7, click in the address bar. So that happened to open on a new tab, and that's okay. But click in the address bar and type gcflearnfree.org. That's gcflearnfree.org. Press your enter key. Step 8, click Topics. Then click Internet Skills. This is a very good site to give you lots of good learning for digital skills. So all the Google Suite stuff is there. I highly recommend if you want to learn more, go there. Step number 9, click Chrome in the Internet group. Here's a whole big tutorial on how to use Chrome. Okay. Step 10, click the back arrow to return to the Internet Skills topic page. So that's this one here. Here's the back arrow. You're used to that most likely. Now we'll go to and navigate a different website. Click in the address bar and type youtube.com. So you click in the address bar, YouTube. See, here's the challenge that a lot of people make. Instead of just finishing their typing, or even if they've typed everything, they might click one of these things that ends out doing a search. See how they have a magnifying glass? That means search. I'm lost. I don't know where to go. But if it has a world-looking icon, then you could probably click it. But to me, you can probably type fast enough and just press enter. And you get there all on your own. Step number, let me re-verify. I'm down here on step 12 now. Click in the search box at YouTube. So now we're going to search YouTube. And we're going to type Google Chrome. And then obviously it makes suggestions along the way. No need to click them, but you can press the enter key. It gives you a whole slew of different videos related to doing things with Google Chrome, such as how to use Google Chrome. Okay. Step 13, we're going to now navigate a different website. Click in the address bar. So I'm really trying to get you used to that address bar as your key way to get places or find things. And we're going to type wsj.com. Press enter. Not that these are my favorite sites or anything, it's just ones that I decided to choose. Step 14, point to the tech link. See how it just pointing to it changed the links here? You didn't have to click. Click the future of everything. Fresh. Click one of the articles to look at it. So this is an article, press a button and this plane lands itself. Wow, that sounds like an interesting article. Wow, okay. Freshness. Step 16, click the back button. Hey, I'm back to the list of articles. I can click a different article, which is what it says to do. Wow, swivel seats. I could use that, my knees are so bad, but that's okay. And now we're going to go ahead and click the back button, step number 18. Now we're going to go to and navigate another website. So this is just practice. 19, click in the address bar. We're also trying to create what's called history so that we could have a similar history together, which we'll learn about a little bit later. So I'm doing Amazon.com in the address bar according to step 19. I press enter. Okay. So Amazon has a menu bar, step 20. Click the menu button in the upper left. Look at all the different topics of stuff that they have for you. On the left-hand side, you've clicked menu. Scroll and click electronics, computers. It's this one here, electronics, computers, and office. See, they keep changing it. Electronics. And then click cell phones and accessories. There we go. Scroll and click cases, holders, whatever. Cases, holders, and sleeves. Click basic cases. See how sometimes you can navigate really far in before you get to what you want? And click a phone case to look at it. So, ooh, a shockproof one. Fresh. Not quite for my kind of phone, but that's okay. Step number 23, click the back button. Notice you still get to the list of all the cases. See, this is still the list of all those cases. So you haven't left the cases section yet. Click another case is what the next step says to do, which is 24. Okay, so now we're going to search Amazon. And one thing that's all you really need to do, and another trick that I wanted to teach you, according to step 25, it says click the Amazon logo in the upper left corner. It's very popular and typical that in a lot of websites, if you click their logo, the logo of the web page, you always get back to their home page. So that's a really neat trick if you got yourself in deep somewhere. And sometimes when you start to navigate pages like we just did, it changes their search to only search within the area you're in. So step 26, click in the search box for Amazon and type laptop computer. Press enter. Scroll down and click any computer you feel like choosing. Okay, so I'm going to click this one. Not a bad price, I prefer more memory, but that's okay. Scroll and click on a computer to learn about it. Click the back button. And just click a different computer. That's actually a good price. 400 bucks, not too bad. Okay, step 31, keep Google Chrome open. Now we're going to do a little bit of searching. You perform a search when you are looking for something on the web and you do not know the web address. You search using the address bar by typing keywords. Keywords are the important words related to the topic or item you're searching for. Unlike a web address, use spaces, separate the words. Being more specific with your keywords often yields better results. For example, if you search for jobs, you may get too many results. In that case, you need to refine the results by adding and removing keywords. Thus, if you search for cook jobs in the SF Bay Area, you'll likely get much better results if that's really truly what you're looking for. Or even if it's just from jobs, cook jobs makes a big difference. Do you know what I mean? Okay. So after typing your keywords, you always press enter and a Google results page appears. Is displayed based on your keywords. The search results page lists websites, businesses, company information, and lots of possibilities. The Google search has now gotten so intense that sometimes as soon as you search for something, you find your answer just in the search results without having to visit a page. It's so amazing. So that's where they've made a lot of their technology of having such a good browser that people like, and search facility, they call it, search engine. Tabbed browsing. Tabs are located at the top of the Google Chrome window. They represent all the open websites. So for now we have two, right? We have my site that opened, and then when you clicked the infographic, it opened on another tab because I forced it. You can also choose to get your own tabs to look at other websites and go back to them. So we're going to practice a little bit of that, even though we've kind of done it through the course already, because you can learn a little bit about how to manage the tabs. So you can have multiple web pages open at the same time. This is handy when you want to be able to maybe look at your email, look at something else, go back to your email, etc. To get a new tab, you can click the plus. Some people also know the shortcut key. I believe it's Control T. You can also get it from the three dots in the upper right corner. But by far, the popular way for a lot of people is just to click the plus. We're going to do Grow Your Skills 8.2, Internet Web Searching in Tabs. Make sure you're still in Google Chrome. In the address bar, type job website. So make sure it's the address bar. When I do this with a lot of students, they click back in the search box of the wrong thing. So the address bar, it's job websites. Now you got a bunch of them and a bunch of ads, right? See all these different results? Glassdoor, ZipRecruiter, etc. Okay? Scroll the search results and click one. So a popular one I keep hearing of now is this one called Glassdoor. ZipRecruiter is another one I hear quite a bit about. Indeed's one of my favorite, and I think I have you go to that one, but we'll see. So I'm going to click this one called Glassdoor. I can search for a job. I can log in with my Google account. This is a very handy thing if you haven't noticed this on a lot of websites now. Now that you have a Google account and technically a Gmail, any website that says continue with Google, all you have to do is click it, and if you're already signed in with that Google email address, you're in it already, and that becomes your login information. Makes it so much easier. I love it, love it, love it. So I did say in step 4, click the back button. Step 5 says click a different search result. ZipRecruiter, try that one. Step 6, click the back button. Now we're going to refine the search. Click in the search box before job websites and type Bay Area. So we're going to go here. I'm going to click before the J, and I'm going to type Bay Area job websites. And there we go. Click one of the links and scroll the page. So here's one here, Indeed. San Francisco Bay Area jobs, Indeed. So I'm going to click it. Can scroll down the page a little bit. That was step number 8. Click step 9, click back. Step 10 says click a different link, such as Bay Area Job Finder. You can scroll it if you want. Click back. That was step 11. Now we're going to work with tabs. Step 12, open a site in a new tab. So right-click one of the search results. So this becomes your choice more than mine, but I'm going to right-click this San Francisco Bay Area Indeed one. Then I'm going to do step 13, open link in new tab. Notice how it opened up here? Isn't that really cool? Step 14, right-click another one of the search results. So I'll right-click Bay Area Job Finder. Once again, step 15, open a new tab. Step 16, click the New Tab button. Step 17, you're already blinking in the address bar. Type Resume Tips. Whoops. And then press Enter. Step 18, click one of the search results. You can scroll the page if you feel like it. Oh, these come up a lot, these weird signups and stuff. Just close them. Don't get too caught up on those yet. Switch between tabs. Click the Bay Area Job Sites tab. So Bay Area Job Sites, that's the search results, because everybody should have that. We don't know if we have the same sites here. Step number 20, click any of the other tabs. You can even go back to my website, or you could go to this one, back to the resume tips. That's the point, okay? Step number 19, switch between tabs, click the Bay Area. 20, click any of the other tabs. 21, duplicate a tab. Right-click the Bay Area Job Websites tab. So that's this one with the Google logo. Right-click it, duplicate. Makes an exact duplicate of it. I do that a lot, so I could do things with Google Drive, open a file, whatever, be in two different folders, kind of compare them. Gets really, really handy, really cool. Okay, so step number 22, reorder the tabs. Drag the resume tabs to the left of the first tab. So this resume ones, you can drag it all the way over to the far left. You can change the order of those tabs if it helps you. Isn't that really awesome? So you can set up in a way that's going to really help you maximize your productivity on the internet. Step 23, close a tab. Click the close button on one of the Bay Area tab sites. So we have an extra, obviously. I did that on purpose so you could practice closing. Okay. Step number 24, use history to reopen the tab. Click the menu button in the upper right corner. So that's this one here. Point to history and see how under recently closed it says Bay Area job websites. Click it and it reopens. Isn't that cool? So if you accidentally closed one by accident, you can get it back. Just go to the three dots, history, and reopen it. Ain't no thing but a chicken wing. Freshness. Okay. Step 25, view different tab options. Right-click the resume tips tab. Look at some of the different options you had. We had duplicate before. You could get a new tab to the right. You can move tab to another window, even though we're not doing that. You could pin it. Pin it means it's up here all the time, so whenever you close the internet and come back, it's already open and ready. I used to like doing that, but it kind of slows your internet down. So I don't do it that often. I use bookmarks instead. And I don't ask you to choose any options, so just leave it as it is. So now you're going to need to submit your work. So essentially speaking, we need to do a screenshot of your Google Chrome screen. So you can use the snipping tool or the print screen method we've been doing. I'm going to do the print screen method. I'm going to open up Microsoft Word so I can paste it. Let me get my window appropriately lined up there. I can paste it now with Command or Control V or the paste button. Step number 27 is to have me save the file. File, save. Once again, you usually choose Documents, but I'll do Browse because it might look more like your machine. I'm already in Documents, or I could click Documents here on the left, whichever one it works for you. Click where the file name goes, and it's called Internet Browsing. I can click Save. Now I'm going to close just the file, but not Word, because we'll do some more screenshots. I'm going to go back down here to Google Chrome and get my instructions and screen back so that I can go to Canvas now and upload it. So I'm going to click here on the plus. This is step 29, actually 28 and 29. Go to the canvas.instructure.com website. And I need to sign in. I can click the class that I'm interested in. It's going to make me close all these, I guess. You can always choose to save your password, but in this particular case, I'm not going to because it's not my normal usage. I can click assignments on the left. If necessary, click show by type. It's a lot easier to see them in the group that we're in because we're using Google Chrome now. It's the assignment, internet browsing, searching, and tabs. I can click submit assignment. As usual, I click choose file. Make sure that I go to my documents folder, and it's called internet browsing. I can double click it, click once, click open. Make sure it's listed here, and then add any comments if you need to. Click submit assignment. Perfect. So it's on its way. It's submitted. Hooray. So now we're going to work with bookmarks and history a little bit. Bookmarks are ways, also known as favorites, of marking websites that you like to get back to quickly and easily. I heavily encourage you using bookmarks and also organizing those bookmarks. So as a reminder, I don't read every single thing there, but I do read a bit of it. So they're also called favorites. They look like bookmark on the bookmarks bar looks like a button with the name of the website, which you can choose the name. So if it's really long and strange, you could change it. So I'm going to have you create a few bookmarks. We'll even make a folder for a few bookmarks to be organized. That's where you can get really fancy. You could do some really cool stuff actually. So to set a bookmark, basically speaking, you step first is you should be looking at the material you want to set as a bookmark first. Then you click the star in the address bar. Okay? And you type in the desired name for it. If it gives it a junky name, choose where it goes, if it's the bookmarks bar or a particular folder. History, basically everything you do on the internet is being tracked in the history unless you turn it off, so you can always get back to the stuff you've been doing quickly and easily. So in order to look at the history, you go to the three dots up here and you choose history, then history. You can also do it a trick way that I did not put in the instructions is if you point to the back button, hold down your mouse button, you can get show full history at the bottom down there. A lot of people don't know about this multiple page jumps. And I meant to put it in the instructions, but I forgot. Okay, so let's go on to Grow Your Skills 8.3, Bookmarks and History. Make sure you're still in Google Chrome. Confirm the bookmarks bar is visible. If the bookmarks bar is visible, you have an apps button down here, which I don't. But you can also tell if you go to the three dots, this is in step 2. That's the Chrome menu is what I call it, but I think they call it more options. Point to bookmarks, and look here on Show Bookmarks bar, there's no check mark. That means it's not showing. So I click it, now it's showing. It's this button that says Apps. That's the bookmarks bar. Okay. So now step 3, go to a website to bookmark. Click in the address bar. Type bit.ly/Alfred student site. Now you may have left it open from before, but that's okay. I just want to make sure in case somebody accidentally closed it or they're coming into this exercise at a different time, they can get to it. So it's Alfred student site in the address bar. Click the bookmarks button at the end of the bookmarks bar. So that's the star here. In the window that appears, edit or type the name Alfred Miller Student Resources website. So make sure it says Alfred Miller Student Resources website. Make sure this says bookmarks bar according to step 6. And then click Done. When this turns blue, you know it's bookmarked and it also shows here. Isn't that really cool? So now we're going to go to similar websites we used before, not all the same, but a few of them. Step 7 to bookmark them. Click in the address bar again, go to GCF Learn Free. So you're going to notice this time, notice how it suggests really well because we've been there before. I can just press enter. Isn't that really awesome? Now step 8, click the bookmarks button. Edit or type the name GCF Learn Free. So I'm just going to go GCF Learn Free. That felt a little easier for me to type it. Now it's right here next to you. The new ones always come last. If you get so many of these, you might have some double arrows over here to get to more of them, just to let you know. Okay, so we did steps 7 and 8 and 9. Now we're on step 10. Go to the address bar and let's type typingclub.com. So the website's typingclub.com. There's lots and lots of good practice typing websites on the internet that you might want to try, and most of them are totally free, don't have to download anything. Step 11, click the bookmarks button. Step 12, in the window that appears, type Typing Club, or you can edit it. You know, for some of you, you might find it faster to click here and erase all that. I don't know for sure. Make sure the folder says Bookmarks Bar, click Done. Now you've added Typing Club. Step 13, navigate to a website by going to the address bar again. Type Indeed.com. Now in this case, look at how it's suggesting. If I don't want all that, I press delete. See that? Isn't that kind of tricky? Click the bookmarks bar, the bookmarks button on the address bar, and make sure the name of it is Indeed. For me, it was easier to type. Make sure this says bookmarks bar according to step 15. Click Done. So now you've made 4 little bookmarks, websites you can get to really quickly and easily if you ever have to again. Okay. Step 16, we're going to rearrange bookmarks, organize, and use the actual bookmarks. Point to the Typing Club bookmark, then drag it to the left of the first position. So Typing Club, you just want to drag it this way. See that black line? That tells me where it's going to go. I let go. Point to the GCF Learn Free bookmark, step 17. Drag it to the left to the second position. Step 18, use bookmarks. Click the Indeed bookmark. So I just click Indeed. Now you're at Indeed. Type in a job title. So any job title you want here. It could be cook, it could be anything. You don't have to be even interested in it. So cook. And I forgot to put the where. I pressed enter too quick. I could have put a zip code here as well. So you could put a city, state, or you could just put in a zip code if you want, 94702. And then here, if it's asking about signing up, you could just say, close it for now. So these are cooks now in Berkeley, which is pretty good. Okay, step 17, point to the GCF Learn Free bookmark. Oh, we already did that, I'm sorry, my eyes wandered. Okay, so we're now going to use some bookmarks on different tabs now. Click the New Tab button next to the last tab. Step 20, click Alfred Student Resources website, this one here. And it's opening. Yeah, it might be open 2 or 3 times. It doesn't matter. The idea is how quickly you can get to websites by using your bookmarks. It's really cool. Now we'll create folders for bookmarks. Right-click the Typing Club bookmark. Choose Add Folder. Be careful, Add Folder. Type the words Typing Practice. Then click Save. That was step 22. Step 23, make another folder for bookmarks. Right-click the Indeed one. Choose Add Folder. Step 24 says Type Employment, and then click Save. Step 25, move bookmarks into the folders. Point to the Typing Club bookmark and drag it on top of the typing one. So Typing Club, I just drag it here on top of Typing Practice. Now it's in there. See, if I click, it's in there. And that's what I said in step 25. Click it once to make sure it landed in there. Step 26, point to the Indeed bookmark and drag it into the Employment folder. And you can move folders the same way you move bookmarks. So if I want this folder over there, I can move it over there. Okay? Click the Employment folder to make sure it landed in there as part of step 26. Step 27, add bookmarks to different folders. Click in the address bar and go to typing.com. Step 28, click the star. In the window that appears, type the name Typing. Whoops. But be careful here. Look at the folder it's going into. It says it wants to go into Employment. Click there and choose Typing Practice. Very important. That's step 30. And click Done. That's step 29, sorry. Step 30 is to click the Typing Practice folder and notice the 2 websites that are in there now. Freshness. Step 31, click in the address bar and go to a website called typing.academy. That's a different extension, isn't it? We're used to .coms and all that. Typing.academy is a real website. We're now going to go ahead and bookmark it. So step number 32, click the star. Step 33, make sure the name of it's Typing Academy. So I'm going to edit it this time, just showing you different techniques. Step 33 says the name is Typing Academy, folder Typing Practice, click Done. Step 35, we're going to practice again. Click in the address bar and type monster.com. It's actually a job search website if you didn't know. When you're asked these about knowing your location, that's your personal choice. I usually kind of recommend it because it localizes you. Okay, so we're now on step number 36. Click the star. Name it monster according to step 37. Step 37, name it monster, but what folder in 37? Employment. So I'm getting you used to making sure you know where you're putting them. Okay? And then click done. Click employment here, you'll notice the two are in there. Click in the address bar and go to youtube.com. Click the star at the end of the address bar. It's already named YouTube, step 41, but change it from employment, because it's not an employment website, to bookmarks bar. Then click done. Now it adds it here. Isn't that really cool? Now we're going to work a little bit with history. Use history to return to a website. Click the menu button in the upper right corner. Point to history. And I'm trying to see if it's in the list here. I'm sorry. My menu covered step 42, and then I click history again. Look at all the history we've made in the last few minutes together, okay? And it says in step 43, click Alfred Miller's student resource website. You can get back there, okay? Step 44, delete an item from history. Click the menu button again. In the upper right corner, point to history, slide over to history. Step 45, scroll through the history to find YouTube. Here it is here. Click the three dots and choose remove from history. That's step 45. Isn't that cool? So if there's one in there you don't want to be bothered with anymore, it's auto-suggesting all the time and you don't like it, clear it out. That was step 45. Step 46, clear the history for the last hour. Okay? So point to the, I'm sorry, did I have you get out of history? No. So step 46, clear the history for the last hour. Click the menu button in the upper right corner, go to history. So you can do that again if you want, but it just brings you to here. Step 47, click clear browsing data on the left. I see that I actually sort of duplicated the step when I didn't need to. In step 47, where we clicked clear browsing data, make sure this says last hour, okay? And click clear data. Okay. So that basically means now that it doesn't remember any of our history. So if I go here to here, go to history, and history, there's nothing there for the last hour. Now you might have other history in there from yesterday or earlier in the day or whatever it may be, but I just want to prove that to you, okay? So to submit your work, you need to take a screenshot of your browser screen once again, because it has all these bookmarks that I want to see as well as the tabs at the top. So it doesn't really matter what page you're on, but we're going to do our print screen again. I'm going to go to Word. I'm going to get a new document. I'm going to paste it. Now it's time to save the file according to step 49. I'm going to go Browse. And this one we're going to call Internet Bookmarks. Oops. And the dash could be put in there if you want. It doesn't have to be. It's really up to you. Make sure you know where you're saving it. Documents for me. I'm going to close the file. I'm going to return to Google Chrome. I'm going to get to my Canvas site. So I'm going to go here, get to Canvas again. Notice how it's not auto-suggesting because I cleared the history. See that? And then because I cleared history, it kind of remembers some of it, but not all of it. I'm going to click my Google Suite course. Close that. Suite course. Do that. I'm going to click Assignments again. I'm going to click Show by Type because it's making me. Oops. Strange. Okay, let me do a quick refresh. There we go. Just needed. It was slow. That happens sometimes. I did too many actions too fast for it. Google Chrome, it's the second one. Internet Bookmarks and History. Click Submit Assignment. I click Choose File. from your Documents folder, it's Internet Bookmarks. Make sure it's there. Any comments, click Submit Assignment. I'll keep the Canvas tab open as we move into the next little section here about signing into Chrome. Signing into Chrome is really handy. I've done it here because my icon is showing here. That basically means that it can synchronize across devices if I wanted to. So I can check the same, I can have the same bookmarks on my phone as I do this computer or my other computer, whatever it may be. So that's called linking your data across devices. It's really handy for people who work and you start something at work, got to go home, and now you can reconnect with it. So signing into Google Chrome is very handy. There's also something called incognito windows. There's times when you want to browse the web, but you don't want Chrome to remember anything you're doing. An example would be is if you want to buy a gift for somebody and you don't want them to know what website you went because you share the computer. They won't know about it. There's reasons for it, but what it does is it makes sure that the history is not stored, the autocomplete's not stored, but however, downloads and bookmarks will be saved. Also, you'll notice that when you're in a incognito window, things will look dark at the beginning, like the tabs will have a darker color and things like that. So we'll be doing that in just a moment. I'm also talking briefly here about settings. There are lots of settings in Google Chrome. So things about controlling where things download, what's your home page, what privacy settings do you want? There's a zillion of them. So those, feel free to always contact me if you need help understanding those. Extensions. Extensions are little apps you can add into Google Chrome that increase its functionality and productivity. The extensions start when the browser opens, so they're ready for use. Some of them are for taking a website and saving it right to Google Drive. Some of them are for taking a website and making a PDF out of it, which is really cool. So lots of cool extensions are there. So we're going to go on to Grow Your Skills 8.4, Signing In, Incognito Window, Settings, and Extensions. Step 2, because I'm already in Google Chrome, click the circle near the top corner of the Chrome window. Now, sometimes it just has a letter in here or it has nothing. It's showing that I'm signed in because it has a picture. And I put the instruction, if somebody is signed in, it shows their email and if sync is on. So see, my sync is not on. If it's your correct email and that's the correct picture or whatever, because I'm not showing an email address here because I didn't sign in with a regular email, you can turn on sync. If nobody is signed in, choose sign in. It would ask you to sign in. So I'm going to leave it this way because I don't need to sync this machine, but I highly recommend you might want to do that. But make sure it's the account of your primary account that you sign in with. You can sign in with multiple accounts and switch them. As you can see here, I have other accounts here all listed. My primary is this one. These are some of my secondaries. So I can just flip between them really easy and get all those bookmarks and everything. Okay. So I'm going to go on to step 4 now. Now we're going to browse using an incognito window. Click the Chrome menu button. Choose New Incognito Window. See how it's kind of black and everything? And it tells you here exactly what's being stored and not stored. So you can read that on your own. In the address bar, go to wellsfargo.com. A prime example, some people like to do online banking and stuff like that, but they want to keep it as private as possible. Incognito window is a good way to do that. So we're now on step 7. Click the Chrome button. Notice there's no history. See, we had a history link before because it's not tracking the history. That's all you really needed to learn about Incognito's windows. It's not remembering much of anything you do. So if you type in your username and password, it won't remember that. If you do X, Y, and Z, it won't remember that. Okay? Step number 9, click the Chrome menu button and choose Settings. On the left, click Appearance. Step 12, click the Show Homepage button. So here, Show Homepage, click it. Now there's a little homepage button here. Okay? Okay. Step 13, for the font size choice, click the drop down and choose Very Large. So here where it says Font Choice Medium for me, Very Large. Just look at the difference. Okay? Step number 14 is to click the font size choice again and go back to medium or recommended, whatever it says. You can leave it on whatever you want. That choice is yours. Step 16 is to click I'm sorry, 15, change the download option. Click Advanced on the left-hand side. Click Downloads. So here it tells you where all downloads go. They're going to go to your Downloads folder. You also have the option of being asked every time. So step 17 says to click this. Click this to turn it on. Ask where to save each file before downloading. If you don't want to be asked, click this to turn it off. But that's one of the popular settings I like to teach people, because that way you can control where every download goes, where if you're constantly downloading downloads and you'd prefer to have it in your documents folder, well, you got to go move it later. So this is a way to control that, where every time something downloads, it has to pop up the window to let you name it and choose where it goes. So I usually leave it on. Feel free to examine any other settings, and you can close the Settings tab when you're done. Okay? Now we're going to work a little bit with extensions. Click the Apps button on the Bookmarks toolbar. So that's this button here. And click the Web Store link. So the Web Store is where you find all these extra extensions, things like themes and all that kind of stuff. Step 22, in the Web Store search box, type DocHub. And then press Enter. It's a very useful one for working with PDFs. I highly recommend it. You can make fillable PDFs, you can sign them, you can often edit them, and it has an extension that links into your Gmail, its Freshness, and your Google Drive. So that's kind of why I'm encouraging it. In the list, notice DocHub result. Click Add to Chrome. Click Add Extension. Notice this panel popped up here. See that? And it does mention to get all your extensions on all your computers, you have to turn on sync. I'm not going to do that now just because I don't want to sync at the moment. Okay, step 25, click the extensions button. So this is new. They just added this extensions button. They used to just be piled at the top and you could have hundreds of them. But if you click this extensions button, step 26 says click the pin icon next to the DocHub. Now it shows up here all the time. So basically you're just saying put it into view so I don't have to choose it here each time by clicking the extensions button. Okay. Step 27, the DocHub icon appears here. Click it and it tells you what the app does. Okay. Step 28, we're going to add another extension on the web store page. So this is still the web store page. Click in the search box and type Google Drive. Look at the results and find the editor for docs, sheets, and this one here, editor for docs, sheets, etc. Click Add to Google Chrome. Click Add Extension. Once again, it shows here. It reminds me that I don't have sync on, that's okay. Step number 31, click the Extensions button. Step 32 is to pin the editor for Google Docs. And what this one does is if you click it, you can start a new Google Doc, sheet, slide, or access your drive real quick and easy. Isn't that really cool? So I just wanted to show you a couple of extensions of this is the other power that Google Chrome has over its other browsers, is the ability to add so much extra functionality to it. So the final thing we need to do here is once again submit a screenshot to the Canvas course. So I'm going to do step number 35. I'm going to do my print screen to take a screenshot. I'm going to return step 36. I'm going to go to Word to paste it. File New to get a new document. I'm going to paste it. 36 also says to save it. File, Save. I can go to my Browse. I can name it according to step 36, Internet Extensions. The dash is your choice, not mine. I put it in the instructions, but it's your choice. Make sure you're in your Documents folder. I already knew I was. I looked up there, but I should have mentioned it. I'm going to close Word because I know we're done with it. I'm going to go back to my Canvas course. I don't mind not getting a new tab this time. Now it's suggesting my Canvas course, which is great. So I can just press Enter, go to the Google Suite course, go to Assignments, give it a second to load, go down to Google Chrome. It's the Signing in an Incognito window assignment. I click Submit Assignment. can click Choose File. This one's the Internet Extensions. Click Open. If I need to do any comments, I put them in. Then I could click Submit Assignment. Once the confetti comes, the party is on, baby, because you just did everything we're doing in this Basically Speaking Google Suite class course. So these are all the videos that I was going to do for this particular class in relation to what we do in class together. So this was in case you miss them or want to review them. Always feel free to reach out to me if you ever have any questions. The best email to reach me at is either alfredmiller@berkeley.net. That's my preferable. But there's also alfredmiller@gmail.com, which is I put on my website because, like I mentioned before, I do teach at multiple locations. So hope these videos have helped you, and I really hope you got a lot out of this course. Thank you so much.